Hello everyone, and welcome to something very different on the channel. Today I thought I'd challenge myself and do a last first challenge. You know, something different from the typical whole laps, league race highlights. And, since there's not much to do at the moment, I thought, why not? So, yeah, as you can see, we're using the Ferrari. We could have chosen the Merc, but I think that would be pretty easy, to be honest. So we're going to challenge ourselves a little bit more. Going for the alternate strategy, of course, because that is the most OP strategy, and probably the only strategy we can do if we want to actually try and win this race. So, yeah. So we've already missed the start then, but we dived up the inside of the AI, which annoyingly barely even accelerate in the first lap. As you can see, they're just so slow through every corner. And I'll admit I had a few goes at this, and I was actually shocked because I never play against AI. Just how bad they are in this first lap. I mean, look at this. I don't know. But anyway, we're up to P9 at the end of lap 1. That's pretty decent. That's some good progress. And yeah, just to confirm, this is 110% AI. It's the maximum difficulty you can have as we go for a triple overtake here. We're going to have to dive down the inside of all three of them, which we do. And yeah, the AI brake quite early for 110%, and yeah, they're just generally quite slow. I didn't expect them to be this. I'm not sure if it's just the track, or they just like this in general. But yeah, I mean, we're into P6 on the medium tyre already, just from sending it down the inside of all the AI. They don't really defend. Which is interesting. I thought they'd been working to improve the AI, but yeah, whatever. So now we're into P6 then, the middle sector of lap 2. It's looking good so far. I mean, the one thing we gotta watch out for is the Mercedes. Obviously, not only are they the fastest, but they normally just break away from everyone else. And as you can see in the minimap in this race as well, the top 3 have just ditched the rest of the field. I mean, they're gone. So, I mean, 4th place should be pretty easy, but then the top 3 is it's going to be interesting to see how close we can get to them. So, skipping on to the end of lap 3 then, start of lap 4. Perez goes for a move on Leclerc, and this is our opportunity to capitalise. Going side by side from turn 1. Good to see some actual racing from the AI, but this is where we're going to make a move now. We go really slow. And then we're just going to sweep around the outside, the left-hander, and we're into 5th place. Next up, we have to dispose of our teammate, which should be pretty easy, with no one ahead of him. As Perez actually goes back of our inside, there's no way we're getting mugged off by an AI. We hold it around the outside. Can we keep the place? Yeah, we do just about. Oof. Can we get destroyed by an AI driver there? That would be embarrassing. But yeah, and now next up's our teammate, with no one ahead of him to give him DRS, so this should be a pretty simple move. And then coming on to start finish straight, it's going to be a pretty simple move with DRS. No need to use our ERS, because we're already sort of lower than we want it to be. But yeah, we get the move done, and now it's all about trying to catch up to this front 3. 4.4 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. And then Valtteri Bottas right ahead of him, and then Lewis Hamilton a little bit down the road. So it's going to be interesting to see, actually, can we actually catch up on medium tyres, or will we have to wait until we get onto the softs to make the move? So skipping on to the start of lap 8 then, we've closed in on the front 3 by about a second now, which is pretty decent, to be honest, considering we're on a slower tyre in a slower car. That shows that we have pretty good pace. But I was still pretty uncertain whether we'd actually be able to win this race. So jumping all the way ahead then to the end of lap 10, Verstappen and Bottas in pit, and Lewis has just come into the pits now. So now we're in 1st place, and we're going to go come into the box at the end of this lap, so we can go on a fresh softs and just absolutely throw the car around, have some fun, and try and hunt down Hamilton to get the win. So yeah, at this point, there's about an 11-second gap. I actually have no idea how long he spent in the pit lane. But I assume he's going to come out, you know, around the same gap when he pitted. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see whether we can actually catch up. Verstappen went onto hards. Interesting strategy call by him there. So he's pretty much out of this right now, and he's probably going to hold up Bottas, so he has no chance. No chance of getting back into the race either. So it looks like it's just going to be a straight fight between me and Hamilton. We're going to have to hunt him down on super fresh softs. He's going to be on more worn, older, harder medium. So we're coming to the pits now, making sure to slow the car down. Well, now that's thrown a span into the works there. So we pick up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And honestly, when that happened, I was thinking about just throwing this in the bin and starting again. But I decided to stick with it as we come out of the pit lane, just behind Verstappen. But we can't get stuck behind him on hards. It's going to be crucial. But yeah, Hamilton only 2 seconds ahead on harder tyres, so he's looking good right now, to be honest. But we have got that 5-second penalty. So now the goal has to be to get ahead of Hamilton and push 5 seconds in front, which I'm not sure we'll be able to do. But we send up the inside of Verstappen. Very aggressive, but we need to get the move done. We need to get a move on. So I think it's pretty clear that we would have won this race had we not had the penalty. But we do. So we're going to push as hard as we can and see what we can do and see if we can get 5 seconds ahead. So skipping on some laps then, and as you can see, we've used the power of the fresh softs and we've caught up to Hamilton. Took slightly longer than I would have liked, but it is what it is. And now it's going to be a simple overtake on the start-finish straight with the use of DRS. And yeah, honestly, now we have 3 laps to go. I realised that it's probably not going to happen this win, to be honest, but send it around the outside of Hamilton. Pretty simple move. And yeah, now we have to push as hard as we can and use everything we can out of these soft tyres to make sure that we get 5 seconds. But looking back now, we probably could have pit a lap earlier. The tyres probably could have made it, but I had no idea how long the softs lasted, to be honest. But as you can see, purple per sector, we are thrown into every corner. We go exceeding track limits as we just try and do everything to break out the DRS. It's surprisingly, actually, sticks with us through the middle sector, annoyingly. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty tough task to pull 5 seconds in 2 laps against 110% AI, but you never know. We might be able to. Nope. No, we did not. In fact, we got nowhere near. We got about half the time that we needed, so yeah. That's it, we've failed. The first ever time we do this, we actually failed the challenge. That's pretty embarrassing, but you know, who cares? It was a fun challenge to do, but we were stupid, we choked, and we got a penalty.
Who would you pick as your driver?
But yeah,
Sebastian Vettel certainly caught my eye during today's race.
if you have any other track car combinations you want me to try, any other challenges in general you want me to do, I'm happy to do them. You know, as a competitive sweat on this game gets quite repetitive, so doing stuff like this definitely something fresh. So yeah, let me know what you'd like to see, and thank you all for watching. And oh yeah, just another quick announcement for those who are still watching right near the end of the video. We will be taking part in a new league. I'm sure you've all heard of it. It's PSGL. They've moved on to the PC side, and well, you can just see how stacked that grid is. So yeah, I'll see you all then. Of course, I'll be streaming and making highlights for them, so stay tuned, and thank you for watching.